I'm Dr. Asim, and if you've looked in the mirror and noticed that your butt has become flatter over the years, I want you to know that this is much more common than most people realize. Many people believe this is simply a normal part of getting older and that nothing can be done about it. But I want you to hear this. A flat butt is often a sign that important muscles have become weak or inactive, not that your body has given up. Your body is still capable of adapting, rebuilding strength, and supporting you better than you may think. If you've started feeling less stable when you walk, find it harder to climb stairs, struggle to stand up from a chair, or notice discomfort in your lower back or hips, your glute muscles may be asking for help. This is your body communicating, not failing. As we age, these muscles naturally lose strength if they are not challenged regularly. The encouraging news is that you do not need complicated gym equipment or exhausting workouts to wake them up again. With the right movements, performed consistently and safely, you can begin restoring strength that supports nearly every step you take. Many people spend time doing dozens of different exercises without understanding which muscles truly matter. They become frustrated because they work hard but see very little improvement. In a moment, I'm going to explain why only 2 carefully chosen exercises can activate the muscles that have the greatest impact on your balance, posture, walking ability, and the natural shape of your butt. Once you understand how these muscles work, you'll realize why simple movements often outperform complicated exercise routines. The goal isn't to make you look younger overnight. The goal is to help your body move more confidently, reduce unnecessary strain on your joints, and allow you to enjoy everyday activities with greater comfort and independence. One of the biggest reasons the butt becomes flatter with age is something called muscle inactivity. The gluteal muscles are designed to power your hips every time you stand, walk, climb, or bend. But modern life encourages long hours of sitting. When these muscles remain inactive for extended periods, your nervous system gradually stops recruiting them efficiently. Think of it like a light switch that hasn't been turned on for months. The wiring is still there, but the signal becomes weaker. This is why many people unknowingly rely on their lower back, knees, or thighs to perform movements that should be driven by the glutes. Over time, this compensation creates fatigue, stiffness, and discomfort in places that seem unrelated to the butt itself. Your circulation also plays an important role. Strong muscles help pump blood efficiently throughout your lower body. When muscles weaken, circulation may become less effective, making your legs feel heavier and slower to respond. Better muscle activation encourages healthier blood flow, delivers oxygen and nutrients where they're needed, and supports recovery after daily activities. That doesn't mean exercise is a cure for every circulation problem, but it does mean healthy muscles contribute to healthier movement throughout the body. The nervous system, muscles, and circulation all work together as one team. When one member of that team becomes weaker, the others have to work much harder. Another change that often surprises people is that muscle loss can happen quietly. You may not notice it from one birthday to the next, but over several years, the changes become obvious. You begin avoiding stairs because they feel harder. You hesitate before getting up from the floor. Your walking pace slows without you realizing it. None of these changes happen because you're weak as a person. You're not weak. Your body is adapting to years of reduced muscle stimulation. The wonderful thing about the human body is that it can also adapt in the opposite direction. Even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond, muscles remain capable of becoming stronger when they receive the right signals consistently and safely. The exercises we're going to discuss are not about chasing perfection or building the body of a professional athlete. They're about rebuilding the foundation that supports your spine, protects your hips, improves your balance, and helps you move with greater confidence every single day. When your glute muscles become stronger, everyday tasks often begin to feel easier because your body starts sharing the workload the way it was originally designed to do. Comment below and let me know your age and whether standing up from a chair has become more difficult than it used to be. The first exercise I want to share with you is called the Glute Bridge, and although it looks simple, it is one of the most effective ways to teach your body how to activate these powerful muscles again. Many people overlook it because it doesn't involve heavy weights or fast movements, but simple does not mean ineffective. In fact, the nervous system often responds best when you begin with controlled, gentle movements that allow the correct muscles to wake up without unnecessary strain. In the next part, I'm going to explain the second exercise that perfectly complements this one and why using both together creates a much stronger foundation for your hips, knees, and lower back than doing dozens of random exercises. To perform the glute bridge, lie comfortably on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Keep your arms relaxed by your sides. Before you even lift your hips, take a slow breath and gently tighten your stomach muscles. This small step helps stabilize your spine and prepares your body for the movement. Now press your heels into the floor and slowly lift your hips until your shoulders, hips, and knees form a fairly straight line. There is no need to push as high as possible. Your goal is smooth, controlled movement rather than maximum height. As you hold this position for a few seconds, try to feel the muscles in your butt doing most of the work. If you notice your lower back tightening more than your glutes, don't be discouraged. That is actually very common, especially if those muscles have been inactive for a long time. Lower yourself gently and repeat. With each repetition, your nervous system becomes a little better at recognizing which muscles should be leading the movement. One mistake I often see is people rushing through the exercise. They lift quickly, drop quickly, and complete many repetitions without truly activating the glutes. Slow movement gives your brain time to strengthen the communication pathways to these muscles. Think of every repetition as a conversation between your brain and your body. The clearer that conversation becomes, the stronger and more coordinated your movements become during everyday life. Another common mistake is pushing through pain. You should expect your muscles to work, but you should not ignore sharp pain in your back, hips, or knees. If lifting your hips fully feels uncomfortable, simply lift them halfway. Even a small range of motion can provide meaningful benefits while your strength gradually improves. Remember, progress is not measured by how high you lift. It is measured by how consistently you perform the movement with good control. As your glute muscles begin to regain strength, you may notice changes that go beyond appearance. Standing from a chair can feel smoother. Walking may become more stable. Climbing stairs may require less effort. Even your posture can improve because stronger glutes help support the pelvis and reduce unnecessary stress on the lower back. These are the kinds of improvements that make daily life more enjoyable and help preserve your independence as you grow older. I also want you to understand that muscle strengthening is closely connected to circulation. Every time these large muscles contract, they help move blood through the lower body more effectively. Healthy circulation delivers oxygen and nutrients to working tissues while helping remove waste products that build up during activity. This teamwork between your muscles, blood vessels, and nervous system supports recovery and helps your legs feel more responsive over time. While no single exercise can solve every physical problem, consistently activating these muscles gives your body an important advantage. You may not notice dramatic changes after your first session, and that's perfectly normal. Your body is learning a new pattern. Just as it took time for these muscles to become weaker, they also need time to become stronger again. The key is patience and consistency. Every careful repetition sends another message to your nervous system that these muscles are needed again. Over days and weeks, those messages become stronger, and your body begins responding with improved strength, better coordination, and greater confidence in movement. Tell me in the comments how many days each week you think you could realistically practice this exercise. Now let's talk about the second exercise, and in my experience, it pairs perfectly with the glute bridge because it trains your body in a completely different but equally important way. This movement is the sit-to-stand exercise. At first, you may think, I already stand up from a chair every day. But performing this movement with intention changes everything. Instead of simply getting up however your body can manage, you're teaching your glutes to become the primary muscles that power the movement. That simple shift can make a remarkable difference in your strength, balance, and confidence. Choose a sturdy chair that does not slide. Sit near the front edge with both feet flat on the floor about hip-width apart. Lean your upper body slightly forward while keeping your back in a comfortable, natural position. Press through your heels and slowly stand up without using your hands if you can do so safely. Once you're standing, pause for a moment before slowly lowering yourself back into the chair with control. The lowering phase is just as valuable as standing up because your muscles are working to control your body rather than simply letting gravity do the job. If standing without your hands feels too difficult, don't see that as failure. Use the armrests or place your hands lightly on your thighs to assist yourself. As your strength improves, you'll naturally rely on your hands less and your glutes more. Every small improvement is meaningful. I want you to hear this. Progress in healthy aging is measured by consistency, not perfection. Your body responds to repeated quality movements performed over time. When you combine the glute bridge with the sit-to-stand exercise, you're training your glutes in two essential ways. The bridge helps wake up muscles that may have become inactive after years of sitting, while the sit-to-stand teaches those same muscles to work during one of the most important daily activities you perform. Together, they strengthen the connection between your brain, nervous system, and muscles. This improved communication helps your body react more efficiently when you walk, climb stairs, step over obstacles, or recover your balance after a small stumble. You may also begin to notice that your hips feel more stable and your lower back isn't working as hard. That's because strong glute muscles act like a supportive foundation for the entire lower body. They help keep your pelvis aligned, reduce unnecessary pressure on the knees, and allow force to be shared across larger muscle groups instead of placing excessive strain on smaller joints. This is especially important as we age, when preserving mobility is one of the best ways to maintain independence and enjoy everyday life. Don't worry about performing dozens of repetitions on your first day. Focus instead on slow, controlled movements with good technique. If you practice these two exercises several times each week, your muscles will gradually become stronger, your coordination will improve, and your confidence in your own body can begin to return. Remember, you're not trying to compete with anyone else. You're investing in your future ability to move safely, comfortably, and with greater freedom. If you've spent years believing that a flatter butt was simply something you had to accept, I hope you now see the bigger picture. These muscles are about far more than appearance. They support your balance, protect your joints, improve your posture, and help you stay active in the moments that matter most. Walking with loved ones, climbing stairs without fear, getting out of a chair with ease, and continuing to live life on your own terms. Your body is capable of adapting throughout your life when you give it the right signals, enough patience, and consistent care. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope these simple exercises give you the confidence to begin strengthening your body one safe step at a time. If you found this helpful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for more practical health guidance, and share it with someone who could benefit from stronger movement and better balance.